Hi guys, today we are going to discuss about the word tax. We always hear this word tax or instead taxation from either of our parents or from our neighbors or from the TV commercials that pay your taxes on time, otherwise go to jail or something like that. Now, what does this word mean and why this is so important? Then, in an oversimplified term, if I say it is a financial charge, it is a financial it's a financial charge levied by the government, financial charge levied by the government. We'll discuss this in detail. Financial charge levied by the government or its department concerned upon 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 a person, which could be an individual, which could be a company or a legal entity, such that f- such that failure to pay failure to pay it failure to pay it is punishable under law under law. Now, why this thing is so important, and why there are three things that we see here. It's a financial charge, it's done by the government on a person, rather fourth thing, and the punishable, it is punishable under law. Now, what are the things here? Financial charge, it simply means the government will be taking some kind of money from the individual. Now the thing is, why government? So this is important. Tax can only be levied by the government. So no matter what, if your friend comes and say, okay, I'm going to levy some tax on you, then he cannot, because tax is only and can only be levied by the government upon a person. So the person could be an individual, as a person like you and me, individual. Uh, it could be a company, for example, let's say ABC Private Limited, it's a company, or a legal entity is something being created by the law, if an authority has been there. For example, DDA, it's Delhi Development Authority. It's a legal entity which also pays tax to the government. Now, another thing that comes into mind is, what if we don't pay the taxes? What if we don't pay the tax, or we make any kind of delay? Then it is punishable. It is punishable under law. Now the question arises, why is it punishable? Why is it punishable? It's simply because the constitution constitution of any country empowers the government to levy the tax upon its citizens or individuals, and if they don't pay it, that is in case of non-abidance, they can punish it. They can send them behind the bars, or they can impose certain fines on them. Now, it comes that why government levies the charges. What's the need that the government levies charges? Why is it so? Do we owe the government? Do those individuals? Now, let me write it before. Government levies tax. Why? Government levies tax. Why? The We can have several answers here, and the prominent ones are: one, that because of the the government role of the government and the role of the government, as we all know, is they help the citizens live better. In the geographical entity of the country. Now, how? This is on the macro level as well as on the micro level. The government creates several kind of infrastructures infrastructures. As we always see that there are certain roads, there are railways and buildings and schools, parks. All these are being created by the government. They also go for maintenance of law and order. Law and order. So all these police that we see, or the military that we see, intelligence agencies and other kind of things, to maintain law and order. So infrastructure, law and order, and then other facilities like education, health, health, pension benefits to the senior citizens, pension benefits, transportation, or the diplomacy level, at the diplomacy level with other country, diplomacy with other countries, or in case of war, they all require an amount of money. They all require an amount of money which has to be paid, and that money comes from the pockets of its citizens. Then comes the other role, the second role of the government, which is to alter the behavior of individuals, to alter, the behavior, behavior of the individuals, individuals, individuals. I'm sorry, that's individuals. Then how does the government alter the behavior of individuals? Now let us see. Uh, if in a country the government says that, okay, I don't want tobacco or alcohol kind of products to be there, to be distributed in the country. That is, they want to discourage it. They want to discourage all narcotic products. Let us suppose narcotic products or tobacco and alcohol. Then they will simply come with certain laws and will impose extra taxes on it, extra tax on this. Okay, so if let us say a tobacco product was there in the market for 10 rupees, okay, for 10 rupees, and now they have imposed, let us say, 10% of tax on it, so it will now be sold at 10 plus 1 equal to 11 rupees. Now the same tobacco product will now cost 1 rupees extra. Or in other sense, let us say if the government do not want uh, or rather want to discourage the luxury cars, let us say all SUVs, they don't want the people to buy SUVs, or instead they don't want uh, vehicles to ply on road because of parking problems or because of space problem, then they will impose that extra tax on it. So they may come with words like road tax or luxury tax or certain kind of things which will be added on those cars, on those vehicles, and that product would be costlier by now. And also to alter individuals' behavior and to alter the consumer behavior. For example, if the government want its country to prosper, or if the government wants its footwear industry to get promoted or to get benefit, what it may do, it will simply come with certain kind of custom duty, uh, on any import, on any import of footwear, on footwear. So if you want to purchase a footwear from Italy or any other good country, or some kind of a leather footwear, now if you come into the geographical entity of your country, you will have to pay certain kind of taxes on it. Okay, let us suppose you are staying in India, you went to Italy and purchased a leather footwear, leather shoe, let us say, leather shoe. When you'll come on the airport, the government or the taxation department, the custom excise department, they will charge a custom duty on it. Okay, so that what you have purchased, let's say in Indian currency terms, if you have purchased that for 1000 rupees from Italy, and now when you come to India and they charge you 30%, let's suppose, as custom duty, then the new range, the new rate of this particular shoe would be 1000 plus 30%, that is 300, equal to 1300 rupees. 1300 rupees for the same shoe. In this way, it will be competitive for the Indian, for the country's footwear industry to compete with the foreign goods. So in this way, we can say the government also alters the behavior of its citizen. I hope this was quite understandable for you on this topic, taxation. Now, other thing that we also see is, as why individual should pay tax, why the individual should pay tax. Now it we can simply say, just because the individual or the entity, as they resides in the geographical boundary, let us say it is the country, and you stay inside this country's geographical boundary, you are here, okay, and you uses all such services being provided. Let us say you consume road, you use the road to travel, you go to the park, you go to the school to study, you use grains to eat, which are being grown on the land of the same country, and such kind of several other things. So you're using all these services, and hence, to support your own country, it is your duty to pay income tax, or it becomes your duty to pay taxes, so that all these things can prosper in present as well as in future. Have a good day ahead. Take care.